So without further ado, Mr. David Shane.
How y'all doing? Y'all all right?
All right.
Good. Again, my name is David Chans. I have a clothing brand called Sleep is for Suckers, geared towards entrepreneurship and people that are losing sleep doing what they love. I'm sorry, my voice has been in and out, but this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to get comfortable because I need y'all to do most of the work. I'm gonna have y'all write down. We got paper and a pen? We got paper and pen for them? I'm gonna have y'all work harder than I am right now. Is that all right?
You got no pad in the phone.
Right. Pass that around. So real quick, as they doing that, how old is everybody? How old are you? 19. 18. 12. 17. Real quick. The 25. Okay. All right. Real quick, as they're passing out the paper, let me get some paper up here too. And y'all might want to sit at a table because y'all actually want to do some work. Anybody know what they want to do when they get a little older?
Same thing you do.
What's that? Entrepreneur? Clothing? Gotcha. Anybody know what they want to do? Yes, sir. Pardon? Landscaping.
Graphic design.
Say it again? Automotive engineering? Good. Graphic design. This is what I want y'all to do. For at least the next 60 seconds, I want you to write out what your life looks like in 5 years. Write it out. What does your life look like in 5 years? What are you doing? And be as detailed as possible if you can. How big is your house? Where are you living? Are you traveling the country? Are you on the radio? Be as detailed as possible. And for some of you, it's going to be very challenging. It's going to be challenging to even think and dream for a little bit. And what you don't know, what you may or may not realize, is a lot of the adults that you're going to encounter, they haven't been through this exercise ever. And they'll wonder why they're in the position they're in because they never mapped it out. I'm asking you to see it before you see it. Write it down. What does it look like? Do you have your own building? What does it look like? How much money are you making every month? When I worked at the Cheesecake Factory, my goal was to make $100,000 a year. If I could make $100,000 a year, life would be good. Then I realized $100,000 ain't that much money. Especially if it leaves out just as fast as it comes in. But I'm asking you to just dream for a little bit. Take some time out and dream for a little bit. What does it look like? I don't want it just to be in your head. I need to come out of your head and on some paper so that you can see it. Most people who write books, they don't even know their own story until they start writing. My adults, anybody ever wrote a book? Or thought about writing a book? You won't even really know your own story until you start to write it. And then as you're writing, some stuff starts to come to you, right? Oh, I forgot about that story. I'm asking you to see it before you see it. What happens is, if you don't see it, if you don't map out what it looks like or really know where you want to be, imagine this. Say you came out here and made a left and started walking. Where would you end up? Say it again?
Say it again.
Say you walked out of here, you made a left, and started walking. Where would you end up?
At a stop sign.
At a stop sign? At the bus stop? At the cross street? Check this out. What if I said, I want you to go to South DeKalb Mall? Right? Now you know the destination, you know how to get there. If you set out to go to South DeKalb Mall, where will you end up? South DeKalb Mall. But if you get out here and start walking, you may end up anywhere. You may end up in the wrong side of town. You may end up in somebody else's hood. You might just end up somewhere. And I'm telling you, most people, you ever see somebody work a job, they wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, come home, every single day, and they mad, don't know how they got there? I know exactly how they got there. They didn't know where they wanted to go. Ask some people to go to college and say, hey, what are you in college for? And say, to get a degree, which is fine. But what type of degree? I don't know. I'm just taking core classes right now. I'm just here. And then they end up with a job because of the degree, but they didn't plan out getting the job that they're in. And 30, 40 years later, they end up in a place that they don't want to be because they just started walking with no destination. And all I'm asking you to do right now is to create a destination. Thinking a few steps ahead. I promise you, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I was playing Anthony, right? I was playing Connect 4 with Anthony. Y'all know why? Y'all know why I know Anthony going to be successful if he starts getting around the right people? Because he knows how to play Connect 4. Watch this. When you play Connect 4, when you put a piece down, what are you thinking about?
The next person move.
Are you thinking about just the next move, or are you thinking a few steps ahead? You're thinking 3, 4 moves ahead. Yo, and we was going back and forth like, yo, first off, don't nobody beat me in Connect 4. That's the first thing. I ain't been beat since like 6th grade, and he was cheating, right? But my man, yo, we going back and forth, because he's seeing 3, 4 steps ahead. So what we just did right here is we looking 3, 4 steps ahead. We got to find out where we're going. It didn't come. Walk it back, yes, sir.
He stole my strategy.
He stole your strategy. I ain't mad at that. And that's cool. That's cool because I know a guy that built a clothing line and all I did was steal a strategy. I asked him how he did it. He told me how I did it. I said, let me get that. Stole a strategy. Made over $1 million in a 5-year period. But I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory as a server. I was a server. I'm trying to tell y'all, I've never gotten over a D in any English class, but I wrote a book and made tens of thousands of dollars off a book. I'm telling you, I'm just a regular person who decided to work hard, but I knew I was going to write a book. I knew where I wanted to go. My goal was to make $100,000 a year, and I know that is $8,333.34 every single month. How do I know that? Because I wanted to get to 100. So I got to figure out how much I got to make a month, how much I got to make a week, how much do I have to make per day. And I realized it was like $260 something. Imagine this. Say you had a t-shirt brand, right? You have a cool design and you have a t-shirt brand. If you're selling the shirts for $25 and you sell 10 shirts for $25, how much money is that? $250. Do you know if you had some shirts and you walked out, first off, if you had some shirts, there's enough adults in here that will buy the shirts, not for the shirt, simply because you're young. Yeah. Y'all have a strict advantage right now. You have an advantage. Janae asked me for some money. She was like, yo, you got some cash? I said, yeah, why? She was like, yo, I want to buy some candy. She don't eat candy like that. Why is she buying the candy?
Because he stole my idea.
But is it working? I'm just asking you to map it out. So somebody help me out. What do we write on the paper? What do we write? Anybody want to share?
Yeah.
Anybody want to share? Yes, sir. What you got?
5 years from now, I'm having my master's degree.
Okay.
I'm an FBI agent. I'm having my own house, my own car, kids. I'm gonna be making $500,000 a year or more. And I'm gonna have a wife.
Ooh. You see what happened though? As soon as you said $500,000 a year, I heard some chuckles. I heard some laughs. Here's what you may or may not know. That's going to happen your entire life. I promise. I told some people I was going to make $100,000 a year. They're like, who, you? We work the same job. I said, ooh, that's the battery in my back right now. I'm telling you, as soon as you have a big goal, people going to laugh at you. Anybody ever laugh at you? Say, yo, I'm going to be in movies.
Oh, sure. Still laughing.
Still. It's crazy. It's crazy. So now we gotta figure out a plan, okay? If you're going to make $500,000, this ain't just pipe dreams. This ain't like, y'all heard the law of attraction. If you keep saying, I'm gonna make $500,000, I'm gonna make $500,000, I promise you, it's not true. You're not gonna wake up because you say it enough and like you wake up one morning, oh my gosh, it appeared. It don't happen that way. I need a plan. That's how I know, I'm telling you, Anthony's going to be wealthy if he get around the right people because he can see 3 steps ahead. Most people can't see past today. Well, Janae, what was we mapping out? What was we mapping out for the for income goals for the building that we're building right now?
$1 million a year.
So our goal is to make $1 million. The building ain't even built yet. Like, we still doing construction, it ain't even built yet. But we sat down and mapped out. Tell us about the process of trying to get to this $1 million.
You were like, well, what services do we need and how much do we need to charge to make $1 million a year? So we mapped out all the information we knew about, and all the ones that we wanted to offer, how much it would have to be, how many people we would have to, how many customers we'd have to get $1 million. We sat there for a good 30 minutes, mapping it out. I promise you we are going to get it. You know why? Because I know where we're going. And the biggest reason people don't get to where they want to go is because, one, they know where they want to go, but they don't know exactly where they want to go. They know they want to be successful. What does that look like? What does successful look for you? What does successful mean? Somebody help me.
Succeeding your goal.
Say it again.
Succeeding your goal.
Say it again.
I mean, completing your goal.
Completing your goal. What's your goal? To be a fashion designer. What if you're a fashion designer that doesn't make any money? You reached your goal, right?
No.
But you just told me your goal was to be a fashion designer.
I mean, but money comes along with that.
How much?
I mean, I haven't planned that out yet. Right.
So, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So now we just walk in. Say, I'm going to be a fashion designer. I'm going to be a fashion designer. If you become a fashion designer, you reach your goal, then you figure that doesn't work. And you start doing something else. And it's not that didn't work. You just didn't know exactly where you wanted to go. When I built my clothing brand, I said I didn't make $100,000 a year, specifically. Now, if my goal is to make $100,000, how do I know when I reached it? If my goal is to make $100,000 in a year, how do I know when I reach my goal? Say it again. When I made $1 million, this ain't rocket science. But if I say I want to be successful, how do I know when I reached it? If you write a goal and say I want to be a fashion designer, how do you know when you reach the goal? Specifically, there should be a number attached to it. All y'all going to school? Is everybody going to school? Everybody going to school? You going to school? What school you going to? Okay. Anybody going to college? What school you going to? What you going for?
Basic medical.
Why?
It's a field that I'm interested in.
I love it. Mapping it out. Mad people go to college. They don't know why they're going. So I'm not going to take up too much. I probably got like 5. Yes, sir.
I want a job.
You want a job corps? Then what? You go to the army? And then what? And then landscaping. That was wild. I first asked him, what did you want to do? He said landscaping. I said, hey, you going to school? He said, yes. Then he said, I said, what you going for? And what'd you tell me? You don't know, you said you're going to Job Corps, and then the Army, and then forgot about landscaping. My man said, oh, I forgot. That ain't what you really want to do. So tell me how, and it might be a plan, I'm just asking you, how does the military fit into being a landscaper? Say it again? Information technology? Engineering technology? Does that help you become a landscaper? It's okay. It's okay. I'm asking, does that help you become a landscaper? Well, check this out. This is what I'm asking you to do. Set a goal, and then everything else you do in between there should have something to do with the goal. That's all I'm asking you to do. Like, don't, and a lot of people are just chasing it. So they say, yo, I'm going to go to the military just to be going to the military when they have a specific goal. I'm the type of person, if I want to be an actor, one, I'm going to hang around some actors, and two, I'm going to go to acting school, or I'm going to go to college for performing arts. Everything you do in between now and your goal should have something to do with the goal. Let's not just be out here just doing stuff just because somebody said do it. I'm going to tell you right now, college ain't for everybody. College is for the person who can use college to get to their goal. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
I had to learn this stuff the hard way. And and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I promise you, I'm not here for everybody, right? Because I understand the law of large numbers. When I'm in a room and I'm speaking, some people will take it, most people won't. People will lose the feeling. You're gonna lose this paper, right? I said on multiple occasions, get around the right people. Y'all not gonna get around the right people, most of you. I don't know, I'm thinking Anthony might be my guy though. I know that, I'm only coming for a few people. You talk to a whole bunch of people, it falls on some good ground and something grows. For most people, it won't. I don't know who I'm talking to though, so I have to talk to everybody. Does that make sense? So if you don't take nothing, I'm asking you to get a goal, and everything you do should have something to do with that goal, just like Connect 4. I need you thinking 3-4 steps ahead. Let's walk it back. If I want to be a landscaper, I probably need to get a job being a landscaper with somebody. Listen, take this note. There's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's if you plan to own one day. Don't let somebody like belittle you. Oh, you work at McDonald's? Yeah, I'm trying to learn the system. I'm trying to own one day. There's nothing wrong with if you try to own your own restaurant, get a job at McDonald's. No problem. Go to school for culinary arts if that's the goal. Everything you do should have something to do with the goal. Does that make sense? Cool. Real quick, if you have any questions, if you could ask an entrepreneur any question, what would it be?
How many projects have you built?
Great question. So I built a clothing brand, Sleep is for Suckers, coming out of the Cheesecake Factory. I quit my job October 1st, 2012, and put up a kiosk in Cumberland Mall, right? And the next year I opened up another kiosk. The next year I opened a store in South DeKalb Mall. But the new DTLR took my place. Like they kind of bullied me out of the space, right? The one that was just built, they kicked me out, right? Which was cool though, because when I lost the store in South DeKalb, I started writing my book. And I made way more off my book than I have off the store. So everything happens for a reason, right? Yes, sir?
What's the name of your store?
Sleep is for Suckers. Sleep is for Suckers.
How does it feel to be an entrepreneur?
Feels amazing. You know what the best part is though? I don't believe you're not a leader until you create one. You're not a leader until you create one. I don't care if you have a whole bunch of people following you, but unless you can create some leaders, like unless I can go win and then show you how to win and teach other people how to win, that's how you know you win it. One of my biggest, I'm super excited because y'all see the dude with the camera? He came to my kiosk and said, yo, I've been watching your videos. I love what you're doing. I just want to help. I just want to serve. However I can be around, I just want to be around. Like, so he came to my kiosk like 2-3 times. I wasn't there. Almost stalkerish a little bit. It's a little weird. My guy called me like, yo, this guy keep coming up here. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I met him. He locked in. He was like, yo, I don't care what you need. I don't know what you need, but I do video stuff. I said, cool, let's do some video stuff. The first month, he traveled to Michigan with me. It was crazy. Bought his own ticket and just been riding. He told me from the very beginning, he's like, yo, my dream is to own a studio. It's crazy. We built a whole coaching program since March. We're doing at least $7,000 a month in our program. We all built it together. And now we're building the building that he said he wanted. It'll be open September 15th. We try to launch off October 1st. Wow. Like I helped him with his dream. You see her right there? That's Janae. Never did anything entrepreneurial before. She came to the kiosk one day and she was like, yo, I want to be an accountant. So she's like high power corporate. She's fancy. So she came to the kiosk, was like, yo, I want to help out. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. I didn't call her back, right? So then she came back. She was like nervous. She told me the story later. She's like, yo, I'm just going to ask one more time. She came back. She did a call and she said, I want to help small businesses with their accounting. I said, cool. Since March, she's another partner with our program. We're grossing $7,000. From March to now, we built a business from scratch, grossing $7,000 a month. It'll probably be $8,000 this month. She's never done anything entrepreneurial. Now she's running the whole coaching program and she's my partner with the business that we're building. And now she can see how she's going to leave her job. I don't care if I win. I'm going to win regardless because I know I can take some shirts and go out there and sell a bunch of shirts myself. But when you can help other people win, that's what life is about. Get around the right people. That's my man Brian. He's in our coaching program. He lives in Pennsylvania. He has his own business. First off, I only hang out with entrepreneurs really. I don't think I have any friends I can call who don't have a business. It's crazy. Do y'all have any friends you can call?
How did you get the money to start off? Because most people use that as an excuse why they don't get into business.
Beautiful.
Help us understand.
I love it. So, for me, I took some of my money that I was working at the Cheesecake Factory, bought some wristbands. I spent about $300 on 1,000 wristbands. I sold the 1,000 wristbands for $2, took it from 2,000, then the rest is history. But I told this story at this school out in Alabama that booked me to speak. When I was 8 years old. I'm raking leaves in my lawn, right? And my dad, he made me work all week and then pay me slave wages. My allowance was $5 a week. Now I was looking forward to that $5 because that's all I had, but I realized it was slave labor. I'm sorry, I'm still scarred. But I was raking leaves because he told me to rake the leaves, right? I looked across the street and the lady had leaves on her lawn. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know if she likes the fact that leaves are on her lawn, but I'm gonna go ask her. Now, I think it's pretty, like all the colors and all that. I think it makes it look artistic. I'm creative, right? So I said, Dad, I wanna go rake the lady's leaves across the street. He said, well, not with my rake. Like, Dad, how else am I gonna rake the leaves? He said, well, buy your own rake. I'm like, Dad, you only give me $5 a week, right? And I spent most of that on food. So what I did was, you think that stopped me? Y'all think that stopped me? Of course not. I go over to the door, knock on the door. Like, hey, my name is David. I'm your neighbor. You know me. I was raking my leaves. You see that? Looks good, right? I don't know if you like the leaves on your lawn or not, but I'd be willing to remove the leaves if you pay me some money. She said, cool. I said, great. I said, listen, one problem. I don't have a rake. Do you have one? Guess what she said? She ain't got one either. She's like, yo, if I had a rake, I'd probably rake my leaves. Watch this, creativity. What do y'all think I did? Built a rake? I ain't mad at it. It's creative though. I ain't mad at you. What do y'all think I did?
You bought one.
You rented.
Rent one?
You rented from me. Picked it up with your hands.
Well, I couldn't rent it. That's that work ethic. But this is what I did, y'all. It's crazy. I don't know where I got the idea from. I said, ma'am, I'll take them off for $10. She said, well, you don't have a rake, but if you do have a rake, I'll give you $15. I said, bet, do me a favor. Give me the $15, I'll go buy a rake, and I'll come back and rake your leaves. She said, bet. I said, let's do it. Store around the corner, went over there, took the money, raked the leaves, and now she doesn't have to give me any money, right? Because she already gave it to me up front. But now I have a what?
A rake.
What y'all think I did? I went next door. Yo, I would be willing to rake your leaves for $15. I got this rake. I could do this. So I started my landscaping business. It's called landscaping, right? My next objective. What's my next objective? What's my next objective? Somebody help me out.
Hire other people with you.
Ooh. My next objective was to save money and buy another what?
Right.
Now, what am I going to do with 2 rakes?
Bring a friend.
I had one of my boys like, yo, Miss Taylor needs a lawn raked. You ain't got nothing to do after school anyway. I give you $10 to rake her lawn. How much am I making? Is it okay that my friend's making more than me?
Yeah.
Why?
He not making more than you.
Well, he ain't.
I'm doing all that. I'm not even touching the lawn. I just let you borrow a rake. My next objective is to get what?
More.
Another rake.
Do
Do you realize you can start a business right now? So let me ask you a question.
Rake boy.
Does it take money to make money?
Yeah.
How much money did it take me in this scenario to start a landscaping business?
$15.
Did it?
Really none. But yeah.
It cost me a dime. But it is going to take thinking 3-4 moves ahead. Y'all got it in you. You got it in you. And it don't have to be labor. Do y'all know if you have any product you can make money simply because you're young? Think of your life story. Think of your life story. If Spike Lee came to you and said, yo, I'm going to write a book, I'm going to write a movie on your life. It'd be a bestseller, right? Think of all the stuff you've been through. How much does it cost to write your story?
Not that much.
Right?
Not a dime.
It ain't worth nothing.
Here's the crazy part. You said what?
It ain't worth nothing.
Not worth anything?
Yeah. Not really.
Why?
Because you ain't nobody yet. I mean, who really gonna pay attention to your story if you ain't nobody?
Who is Harry Potter?
We don't know. I mean,
He was a British
boy with the scar.
He was a British boy.
The boy ain't will be on the look.
Is he a real person? So, seeing as though he's not a real person, somebody might say, yo, that story ain't worth nothing. What if you created a story based on your life, but you use somebody else's name, but like this dude had like superpowers or something like that based on a real story? You took that story, I promise you if you had a book, I'd buy it right now. Greg, would you buy a story? Here's the thing. There's a crazy thing about writing a book, because I have one. People buy the book without knowing what's in it. People do judge a book by its cover. Make a cool cover. The story don't even got to be that good, but people will buy it based on what you tell them what's in the story.
They like to read too.
People like to read an interesting story. Simple. All I do is I sell my, do you know, like my book is written on how I went from working at my job to living my dream, and then I put in all my failures into the book. I just wrote all the things that I lost, and now I'm selling my problems $20 at a time. Ain't that crazy? Everything I failed, I just put it in the book. Now I sell you my problems. So the things you're going through right now, I promise you they're most valuable if you just write it in a story and sell the story. Creativity. Creativity. You can go to, it's not that hard, okay? I'm almost, anybody else question? Yes, sir.
I might have to pay for this, but
Yes, you do. We have a coaching program. Today, sign them up. Let's do it. I'm sorry.
the failure piece. So anytime an entrepreneur, I'm in the presence of an entrepreneur, just a quick story of a failure and how you overcame. Because a lot of times it's sales, but what's a failure and how you overcame?
Starting off with my t-shirts, right? I had a t-shirt, super fly design, I thought, but nobody was buying it, right? It was like, it said something on the front, I don't remember, and then it had the Sleep is for Suckers logo, real small in the top back. This logo, it was like real small on the top. People weren't buying the shirt, but they flip it over and say, hey, I like the Sleep is for Suckers. I don't really like the shirt like that, but the Sleep is for Suckers name, that's catchy. I said, cool. But by this time, I had bought like 72 t-shirts and nobody's buying. So I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna try to sell the shirts and get my money back, sell them for $5, $6, whatever. So then I took that small logo, put it real big on the front, and I stopped selling the shirt and I started selling the concept. I started selling the story on how Sleep is for Suckers came about, and people have been buying ever since. So I lost on the design. That first design was a failure. And some people would be inclined to say, hey, this business doesn't work. People ain't filling my shirts. But I had to fail to know that people wasn't feeling my designs like that, but they feel the concept. So now I sell the concept, and people buy the concept no matter what's on the shirt. In our program, they buy a shirt every single month. It's like automatic. They get it every single month. They don't care what's on the shirt. They're paying for it before they know what's on the shirt, because of the story that I'm telling about the shirt. It's not about the design anymore. Make sense? Cool. I'm done. Okay, cool. Thank y'all. Give me a round of applause. Come on, let's do it. You ain't gonna clap? You ain't gonna clap? I appreciate it.
Love it.